What's up, guys? It's Lord Botha here with another video, and it's only been about 2 days since it's come to light, but guess who's on the apology tour? That's right, everyone. Rachel Zegler, after saying some extremely divisive comments following the election, which we covered in a previous video, is now out here apologizing for those comments. She says in a statement on Instagram, "Hi everyone, I would like to sincerely apologize for the election post I shared on my Instagram last week. I let my emotions get the best of me. Hatred and anger have caused us to move further and further away from peace and understanding, and I am sorry I contributed to the negative discourse. This week has been emotional for so many of us, but I firmly believe that everyone has the right to their opinion even when it differs from my own. I am committed to contributing positively toward a better tomorrow." It's very, very interesting that Rachel puts this statement out now after there's been a huge amount of backlash to her original statement after the election, saying fuck Donald Trump and his supporters, talking about her daughter, or I guess her daughter that she may one day have, being forced to have a baby even when she doesn't want it, no matter the circumstances, apparently, which probably raised a lot of people's eyebrows. And of course, where she stated she echoed Ethel Cain's statement, which Ethel Cain, very controversial singer, I believe, trans singer, who's said some very disturbing statements before in terms of political figures. Statements that involve the idea of maybe pew-pewing in the future. It was very kind of gross and shady. So the fact that she was echoing that statement by saying that she hopes Trump and his supporters never know peace is a little disturbing. People were definitely calling her out for that. Megyn Kelly, of course, on her show where she gets tens of thousands of viewers, calling for Rachel Zegler to be fired, and numerous other people demanding that she be fired, that she be let go. Like, we've seen sort of an intense campaign for Rachel Zegler to be let go from Disney because of some of the wild statements she's made, not just politically, but also about the actual character that she plays of Snow White, and her seemingly hatred for both the character and really anything that Disney has put out. She seems to have a disdain for her fans, and specifically any fans that have conservative views, and in general doesn't seem like a well-liked person by really anybody. Also, I'm sure the lawsuit with Gina Carano and Disney definitely played a factor into this, because Rachel Zegler definitely made some hardcore political statements, and Gina Carano was fired for much, much less than what Rachel Zegler said. And Disney's under a microscope right now when it comes to these kinds of political statements because of that. And it's going to make it way easier for Gina Carano to potentially win that lawsuit. So I'm sure that someone at Disney called Rachel or her team or whatever and said, "Hey, you need to apologize for this. You need to do something right now because this isn't going to fly because legal is really upset." And you can definitely tell that this statement was also curated by her PR team. It wasn't the actual emotional statement that was definitely written by her following the election. You can just tell by how the statement reads. It reads in a very legally structured, neutral tone about, peace and respecting everybody's opinion, apologizing for her maybe divisive comments and all that. Another thing I strongly recognize is that the grammar is very, very good in this post, as opposed to the other 4 posts that she made, where it was clearly emotion-based. You got all the periods and proper grammar in here, all the right commas in the right position. It's definitely a curated statement and definitely not something she truly believes, and we all know she doesn't believe it. And in fact, I think a lot of other people are going to have even less respect for her now, because not only did she make such a divisive political statement, she also doesn't have the courage of her convictions. As soon as she was, no doubt, contacted by the company she works for and said, "Hey, you need to put out a statement retracting or apologizing for all this or whatever," she bent the knee easily and did exactly what they asked her to. So not only is she divisive, not only is she a repulsive person in the way she talks and treats people, but she also is spineless. She was plenty fine in the emotions post-election to insult half the country, half the people in the United States that could potentially see her movie, but she got real worried when the company that actually writes her checks came in and said, hey, you can't insult half the country like this. You can't insult the fans. So yeah, she doesn't actually care about her beliefs. She cares about her paycheck, and she cares about her position, her status in society. And this is an easy way to tell this. And at the end of the day, her apology isn't really going to mean anything. Gina is most likely still going to win her lawsuit, still going to get a ton of discovery on Disney. Rachel's Snow White film is still going to flop, and after it flops, she'll have numerous big budget flop films, and I don't think really anybody in terms of a large movie production is going to want to work with her. But those are just my thoughts on all this. If you have your own thoughts, go ahead and leave them in the comments. If you liked this video, go ahead and like, share, and subscribe. If you didn't like this video, I appreciate you watching all of it, and we'll talk to you again later.